Senator, what is your response to the latest reports about Donald Trump Jr. in that meeting?
It's just incomprehensible that anyone would go to a meeting such as that. But first of all, for Paul Manafort, the campaign manager, to let that happen, that's an inadequate campaign manager that can let that happen, I can assure you. They'll sit down when you want to do stupid things, and when you're, especially if you're behind the eight ball and you think that you're in a campaign that's really struggling and you don't have much of a chance or you're long odds, candidates start thinking about anything they can do to get a competitive edge. But a campaign manager says, this is the parameter, this is how we work. We can't get out of this parameter. And to let them go that far out of the parameter is uncalled for.
But you know this, Senator, because Republicans are saying that, okay, Democrats did this, with Podesta did this. I mean, what's your response to that?
It's not acceptable. It's a shame that politics has dropped to that low. The political process that we're in right now in the greatest country on earth. So no one should be doing it?
Absolutely not. Is there a way to create some type of law to prevent people from doing this?
Well, first of all, take the dark money out and start taking parameters and have ethics complaints against people that do crazy stuff that you can use against them. If someone's that far off of the grid, if you will, doing the thing they're supposed to do, we do opposition research. We get it through open source. We know exactly what they've done or haven't done. This is all public record. But when you stoop to this low, working with an adversary that has been an adversary our entire lifetime and long before that is Russia, thinking that someone from the Russian government is going to be of help, what's the purpose of being of help?
You come from a state, a lot of Republicans, a lot of Democrats, a lot of folks scratching their head at Washington, frustrated with Washington, that they're not getting done the things that they said they were going to do. Infrastructure, tax reform, health care. I mean, when is all of this going to pass?
Well, when you come to work every morning and you're in a hostile work environment, that anybody that has a D by their name, every R is supposed to be working against them and raising money, trying to defeat them, and every D working against an R, trying to defeat them, and then you think they're going to sit down and have a common sense approach, to a balanced approach to how you fix things that's wrong. It's not going to happen.
But let me press you on this, Senator, because the majority leader right now is trying to get this health care proposal done before August. Is it smart for him to try to work with people like you, or should he work with people like Senator Ted Cruz?
I would think you work with all the Senate, 100 members. I mean, we're all there together. We came for the same purpose, to make this country better. Thinking you're just going to pick sides up, and the Senate was never set up this way. The Senate is supposed to be the cooling.
Well, what's the way forward on health care reform?
To bring us all in, to have we've reached out. I've reached out and said I'm happy to sit down anytime, any place, anywhere. And no one's taken me up on that. We've had one meeting, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, Bill Cassidy, people that I think are really genuine, wanting to fix things. We might have a difference. It's been back in May. But since that period of time, they said we just can't do anything until we find out what Mitch McConnell's going to do, whether we're going to vote or not.
And he has not reached out to you directly?
Not at all. No, not
so do you think this is just posturing on his part in order to get conservatives on board for health care?
I think they're trying to do it with the budget reconciliation with 50+1. Yeah. You know, they can't even get 50+1, and they condemn for 8 years the Democrats by just getting 60 Democrats and no Republicans. Both will be wrong.
Quickly on health care, and then I want to ask you a quick follow-up on tax reform, but on health care, only $2 billion in the majority leader's plan to combat opioid addiction. Now, there's some suggestion that there could be 45. I know this is an issue that both you and your Republican counterpart in West Virginia care deeply about. Is $2 billion enough?
Not at all. The bottom line that we're talking about is there is not enough treatment centers. There are people that go before a judge every day, and I have a cousin who's a federal judge, and he says, Joe, I put people in prison every day. I never have a problem finding a jail cell. I haven't found treatment centers I can put people in, so I put them in jail. That's wrong.
Final question, tax reform. Is it just headed towards corporate tax reform at this point?
I don't know how you can do corporate without doing individual. You can't do one without the other because of the past due provisions. We have got to do tax reform.
By the end of the year?
It's long past due. Absolutely, by the end of the year, it should be done.